All right, how are we looking? We are looking good. Let's start. All right, so you've been broken up with, you've been left, you're feeling hurt, you're feeling some kind of way. Some of y'all are probably shedding a few tears. That's all right. It's part of the process for some of y'all. It's all good. But now it's time to bounce back. It is time to bounce back. It's time to move forward and become, I can't even put words on it, bro. I want to say extravagant, but that sounds kind of corny. Listen, man, it's just time to move forward and become him. Let me put it to y'all like that. It's time to move forward and become him. I'm telling you, man, breaking up, it'll get you a bit messed up. It'll do that. You'll feel hurt, you'll feel confused, shocked. It'll cut deep, especially if it's been something that's been a long one. But it's all part of the game. Sometimes you gotta get your shit crushed for you to wake up and move forward. I think it's also an essential part of being a man, honestly. Getting your shit crushed and realizing like, damn, I gotta move forward here. But how do we bounce back from a breakup? I wrote down a few things here. I got a couple notes here in front of me that I wrote down that'll help y'all bounce back from a breakup. And in at number one, I wrote down that your mental, man. You gotta get that in order. That's the number one thing to get in order when going through a breakup. Because like I said, you'll be shocked, you're gonna be confused. Some of y'all get a bit emotional. And it's gonna cut deep. So you're gonna have to get in your own head and fix it. Nobody else can do that for you. If you make that choice to move forward and become him, you have to get in your own head and realize there's certain steps that you gotta take to become him. So getting your mental right is number one. And there's several ways you can do that. Some guys like to meditate. I do personally. I like to go inside of myself and figure myself out and get things right. Some guys, they like to be around other people to help them out. But if you're gonna be around other people, make sure it's people that have a positive vibe, that are go-getters, you know, they're always trying to have momentum and get the ball rolling and move forward. You want to be around those kind of people. You don't want to be around people that complain too much and are, you know, people that are, how could I put it? They're, you know that quote, misery loves company? People that are in that mindset that love to talk about misery and want to bring other people into their own misery. Stay away from those people, man. Stay away from negativity. That's not going to help you. That's just going to harm you. Another thing that you want to do is forgive the person. Forgive the person that you're parting ways with. Because one, for me personally, I can't have him living rent-free in my head. That's not happening. Or moving forward, right? Why would I have someone living rent-free in my head? That makes absolutely no sense. So it doesn't matter what they did to you, all that stuff. Like, you don't want to have that like baggage on you and have these thoughts of like, damn, like this person did this to me, blah, 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 all that stuff, bro. Just forgive him and move on. Because at the end of the day, you're going forward and you're gonna become him. So just move forward from it. Leave whatever happened in the past. You feel me? Just go ahead, forgive him as soon as possible. Trust me, it'll make your life much easier. I did that personally when I got out of a relationship. That was a while back now. Maybe it's 2024 now? 2 years ago? 3 years ago? Got out of one. And for me, getting my mental right and forgiveness, those two things, bro. Once I got those in order, it made things so much easier for me because it allowed me to do the next thing, which was to focus on myself. And that's number two. You have to focus on yourself. You have to focus on yourself. I've seen there's a lot of videos that talk about getting in the gym and all that stuff. That's important. It is. But when you focus on yourself, you want to get back to doing things that you enjoy. Doing hobbies that you enjoy that give you fulfillment. Whether it is going to the gym or going fishing or just hanging out with the guys, you know. You also want to pick up new hobbies and new things and new activities to further increase your value, or just to learn a new skill set. Because we only have one life, man. We can't just be stagnant. We want to be ever evolving, right? So, whoa, did I just lose my train of thought? Yeah. So focusing on yourself is the second step, and it's probably the most important. Yeah, I did put it at number 2. It is the most important step besides the mental, since you're now you're now becoming an even better version of yourself than the guy that was in that last relationship. Everything is about you. You have to become selfish. Everything is about you. Every decision you make is about you. It affects your life. You're not making any choices or trying to adapt or accommodate for another person. Everything's about you. So that means that you do what you want to do, when you want to do it, how you want to do it, and just live your life, bro. Because when you start to think in that manner, you're going to see your life start doing this, bro. You're just going to start elevating and elevating and elevating. And you're just going to get better and better and better and better and better. And plus that, you learn new things about yourself, because this leads me to my third point. Sometimes when guys go into relationships, you start to accommodate for your partner. You start to lose yourself, or you start to change your ways a bit to accommodate the next person, which you should never do. Because when you do that, you stop growing. You know? You stop growing. You're not being you. You know what I mean? Once you stop being you and you start accommodating for another person, then you're lost, man. You already lost the game. Do your mornings ever start off really slow and you end up hitting the snooze button a few more times than you'd like to before getting up out of bed? Or do you lack the energy and willpower to start on something, whether it's cracking open that book or starting that diet or studying for an exam? Well, I have the antidote for that. Down below, you'll get my free ebook, 3 Ways to Stay Motivated, all for free. I'm offering it to y'all for free. It's helped me a lot, and there's tactics that I use every single day to get myself motivated to do things. I know it'll help y'all too. So go ahead, download the book, and I know y'all are gonna enjoy it. And make sure to check your spam folder. It might end up there for some reason. I don't know why, but the book is all yours. I know y'all gonna enjoy it. And go ahead, grab it. Yeah, have it in my notes here, actually. You start to accommodate for your chick, or you start to accommodate for your partner, and then you just end up basically living in their world. It's a weird one. It's a really weird one. That's a no-go. This also brings me to something else, man. When you focus on yourself and you realize, like, damn, I've been accommodating this person, you have to then remember who the fuck you are. Who the fuck are you? Who are you? That is a really good question to ask yourself. That was a question that I used to ask myself a lot. Who the fuck am I? And I remember who the fuck I was. Bro, that hunter, you know? That aggressiveness, you gotta find that. The assertiveness, you gotta find it, you know? You gotta grab your nuts. You gotta go back and find that, man. And once you find that, you're on the right track. That's the most important part, man. I keep saying that's the most important part, but I have 2 other points here. But it's another important part of the process, remembering who the fuck you are. Because probably lost yourself in that person. And now you have to bring them back. Go find all those personality traits and characteristics that make you. Bring them back. Reinvent yourself again. You know? That's important. Reinventing yourself. Sometimes you might overdo it. I remember when I was reinventing myself and I got a bit overly, I don't want to say overly macho, but there's a period where like I just started to do a bit much, man. And that's recalibrate and take it down a notch. But that's alright, it's a part of the process. It needs to happen. You have to remember who the fuck you are. You gotta tap into those things that you lost to bring yourself back, because that's the most important part. Again, with that most important. But it's an important part. It's an important part, right? So bring it back. Bring everything back to the basics. Bring it back to you. That's what bouncing back from a breakup basically is. Bringing it back to the basics. Bringing it back to you so that you can start getting the ball rolling and moving forward. Anyway, I hope y'all enjoyed this video, man. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe to the channel, and I'll catch you on the next video.